When was the last time you did something impossible? Now, I know you're probably thinking impossible is a pretty high bar, but did you let a stranger drive you here in an Uber this morning? Or if you drove yourself, did you use a smartphone that give you turn-by-turn instructions and help you avoid traffic? Or have you played with generative AI to brainstorm or draw something? You just have to scroll back to the year 2000, and all of these things would have seemed impossible. So why are they possible now? They're possible because someone smashed through constraints.
There's another guy who was really key for us, which was Jerry Michalski. He was connected to everybody.
Jerry's retreats have warped the world fundamentally.
If you want to know the cutting edge, he's your guy.
This one I wrote in 1988 about neural networks. Generative AI is the grandchildren of the companies and the research that I described in this report here.
Literally, there was nobody else in my world whose vision I trusted more and whose values I aligned with more.
My goal is to help you rethink the constraints your organization faces. Because when you do, it's in that place that you will consistently discover the sources of your distinct advantage. Solving the impossible sounds kind of nutty, and it is a little nutty, but there are 4 stages that'll get you there. See, shift, shape, and you set a course. The first stage, you've got to see your constraints and understand how to flip them. Then you have to shift how you see, which is more than just the glimmer of the constraint, but rather envisioning the new way of being. It's profitable and scary and really, really fun to innovate at the boundary between the possible and impossible. Shifting how you see helps you melt those boundaries and shape your markets in powerful new ways. I've been a pattern finder my whole life. I love patterns. I see patterns often where people don't see patterns. And I think a piece of that comes from being multilingual and also from having grown up in very different cultures from mine. My parents met in Bolivia. I was raised in Latin America, in Lima and Buenos Aires for my first 12 years. Así que hablo español como un latino. Als ich 13 war, habe ich in Berlin gewohnt, wo meine Mutter geboren wurde. But I don't speak Mandarin and Urdu. 正如你所见，生成式人工智能存在，它颠覆了一切，弄得一团糟。When you rethink your constraints, design from trust, and play above the joy line, you not only create many new touch points with your clients and discover new lines of business, you can also reshape your very industry. Because these shifts are hard to see. While you're reframing your industry, your competitors are still busy trying to fulfill work in the ways they've done all along. In this moment of polycrisis and crazy stuff happening in the world, we need impossible things changed. And that means we have to mess with what impossible actually means.